Greetings fans, hyperfans, and people just lost looking for videos of cats on YouTube. The age of extinction is well and truly upon us, and Toys R Us, supermarkets, and pretty much anywhere that you can pick up Transformers toys in the UK are starting to put out the newest Bayformers. It also means they are clearing their shelves of anything older. I am not joking, my local Sainsbury's has still got Dark of the Moon MechTech Deluxes sitting there waiting to go out. I've also seen Voyager class Skyhammer turning up in some Toys R Us. For those of us that didn't rush out and buy every single Transformers Prime Beast Hunters toy, this means they're going down to a pretty decent price now. Sainsbury's have actually got the Legion class at £2.50 and the Commander class at £2.70, and it's well worth those extra 20 pence. I'd kind of got my eye on Hardshell for a while, but was humming and hawing about it for ages, because these guys are going to be my Insecticons. But as you can see, I am still short one, and I'm waiting for a couple of my friends who I do reviews for to try and sort those out for me. Fingers crossed that should be in the next parcel, and I will do a proper review of these when all three finally get here. So today we have Hardshell, who is the only one of the Insecticons in the Transformers Prime series who ended up being named. He was the biggest, baddest and toughest of them, and got taken out by a 13-year-old Japanese schoolgirl. He is a easy transform. Picture on the back. No tech specs or anything. Let's just open him straight up. Now, apart from some of the Reveal the Shield Legion class being re-released, and the double packs with mini Target Masters, which you can still import because we're not going to be getting them over here, this is kind of, well, the last of the Commander classes. So if you are collecting teeny tiny pocket money price Transformers, yeah, that's it. So, little elastic bands just holding him in. Now, if I see these guys go down even cheaper, if I see them at £1 each, I may actually army build with them. Only problem being that the person you'd have in charge of the army is Arachnid, and she really did not make it into plastic in a good way. So, here he is, out of box. Have to hunch him over a little bit because he's very back heavy. Let me get these out of the way. Instruction leaflet is a thin sheet with robot to bug and bug to robot. Hardshell himself is pretty much all a dark green, pretty much the same tone as Bulkhead. Let me just get that off of his foot. There we go. A slightly purplish grey plastic for the arms and the wings. And some dark grey for the feet, the thighs, and his bug legs at the back. Posability. He has very little on the head, actually absolutely nothing, a little bit of up and down for transformation. Ab crunch, no, not really, because that just separates out. Waist sweep, not a chance. Okay, so he has ball joints at the hips, kind of a knee, although it's that weird sort of double Michael Bay knee. Ball joint at the ankle. Wings on a ball joint, so you can pose those pretty well, although I think they're going to be pretty much being kept down by the size of his legs. Arms, you've got a ball jointed shoulder, ball jointed elbow, and a little bit at the wrist if you want to take the entire armour along with it. These shoulder pads, which I think are supposed to come down over his arms. But yeah, they're on a double hinge. And he's not really big enough to be menacing. Kind of liked him scaled up to a Voyager, even if they just did like they did with the last season of the Deluxes and just scale it up with no extra paint, articulation, etc. I still think that he'd have been cooler had he been a big and beefy bug. Comes with an accessory, which is yeah, it's one of those friction ball launchers, so you just press there and very little happens. Without it though, it's kind of got a Halo energy sword vibe to it, and that can clip onto his arm or be held gun-wise. So, transformation-wise, let's see. It says push head down as far as possible. Turn it around and lift up the bug face. See, broken that already. No, let's see. Yeah, that just fits into a little gully on there. Shoulder joints go back. Get that up. Arms rotate up. Oh, that's quite satisfactory. Legs fold. Down, I guess. Are those going as far back as you can? Looks like it's got something to... there we go. Legs concertina together. And go along the back. Filling in that space a bit. And do they clip together? Yeah, just about. Okay. So they become his back legs. And what do we do with these wings? hang on. One all important. Right, okay. So they all turn around. All the carapace stuff's at the top. Wings go there. He's actually quite icky as a bug. Those bits clip together there. And there, he's a Japanese rhinoceros beetle. Bug mode is, again, mainly green. Really tiny amount of paint in those yellow antennae, I guess. And a little bit of silver at the back. But everything else kind of looks very solid, as you'd expect it to on a beetle. Maybe would like a little bit more articulation in these front legs, but it is a commander class. He's got a little hole on the top to put his energy weapon on. And yes, it's a bug. Now, Starscream is having a strop over how few of you are actually hitting that subscribe button down at the bottom there, and is refusing to come on screen as the size comparison model until it gets into double digits. In the meantime, since we're looking at what the old size class was calling Scout, let's compare him to Scout Windcharger. Now, mass-wise, that's pretty equal, although obviously he's a little longer, much higher, a little bit thinner. It's a good Insecticon, it's a good army builder, and whilst everyone's rushed to pick up every single Viacon, these have been sitting on the shelves. If they go down any lower than £2.70, fill your baskets with them. And this is probably going to be the last Hasbro UK toy that I buy for a little while. Really not a fan of the movie aesthetic. But fingers crossed, I should have a few more Transformers to show you. Definitely a few more transforming robots. And hopefully some things from other toy lines. If you like the video, hit like. If you want to keep Starscream happy, hit subscribe, and remember, if you're keeping them mint in package, you're not a toy collector, you're a box collector. See you next time.
Whoop. I snuffed Hardshell.
Retreat!